Hi, some of you will have heard about my healing stage fright courses and classes. I'd like to give you a little bit of background so that you can feel like you know what's involved, the sort of ground that I cover, and if that's for you. The main thing is that musicians of any age, and whether they're a hobby player, a child learner, adult learner, or a professional, is that we play for the reasons that we started in the first place, and that was always because we loved the sound of the music. So the way I look at it is that we need to make sure that we haven't strayed from that. So the first thing is playing whatever you play, really listening to the sound and adjusting the sound until it's exactly how you love the sound to be. So there might be a particular flavour of music that you're playing. It's a matter of I think it's about the tone. If we really go into the tone and getting the tone so it really satisfies us. I think as we get more involved in that world again, we open that gate and we go back into that garden of the beauty of the sound. I think that's really taking us in a very, very important direction to turn around our whole experience of playing. And the whole thing about it is playing for other people. And this is another point that I will be taking you through in the classes, is that the whole point of playing music, really, we have our own satisfaction, but in most cases it's preparing for a concert or an exam. So it's about playing for other people. Now, even if it's an exam, it's actually not a test. I want to emphasize this. Nothing is ever a test. In some people's minds it might be, but it's not for you. The artist is only ever sharing something that they love. So if you think of when you play for people, that you're sharing something that you love. So this is a big shift. It's acknowledging that we're playing to an audience, but we're sharing what we love. And again, I think the key to that is really listening to the tone that we're producing and adjusting that always. Do I want it a little bit more bright or a little bit warmer, maybe even a little harsher for some things, a little more gentle for others, so that it's... I really see solo melody lines, like for a violin or a trumpet or a flute, where we don't have all the complexity of a piano or a guitar or tuned percussion, as being something that's really about, it's like reading a book. If you've read stories to children or been to a live reading by a great author or great actor, it's not that we're putting on voices, but we do have to portray the different characters. And the way to the characters is to really use our imagination and our emotion, to our feelings, to capture the spirit of that particular character in the story. So if it's something light, capture that spirit, we get right into it. And I think what you'll find, which was certainly my experience with this, is that with time really focusing on the sound and how beautiful it is and how much you enjoy. See, every interval is an emotional flavour. So that's an emotion. But then we change the interval. Very, very different. All of these and intervals, and when we go into some enharmonics, that's also emotion. So it's such a rich world, and if we're merely obsessed with the counting and the notes and the fingering and the bow and all of these things, or however we play the instrument that we play, or sing for that matter, we're missing the whole point. And of course the audience will miss the whole point because we don't even have it. So I think it serves two purposes. I think it brings us back into the reasons that we took up the instrument in the first place, because we wanted to experience those feelings that the music brings, and really I think in everyone's hearts is to share it with others. And the other side of it is that this hugely enriches our playing, because we're really focusing on the emotional storytelling, the whole feeling, the ambience, the drama of the music. And what I found is that when we work in this way, it becomes more and more and more and more absorbing, to the point that I can be with an audience and it's so exciting. They're waiting to hear what I've got to share, and I've got this beautiful stuff that I love, this beautiful music and all these tones and intervals and qualities of sound that I love, that I can't wait to share with them. And another way you can look at it is that audiences listen to music to relax and enjoy and experience feelings that they maybe weren't able to access or weren't finding the way into before. So we're there to serve them. We're doing them a favour in the deepest sense of the word. It's kind of like we're the expert in that moment. This becomes tricky when we're playing to our colleagues. Certainly my experience in the tertiary education with playing in front of colleagues, a lot of it was not actually people sitting there listening to enjoy the music. It was sitting there very critically. And this is a part of the culture. So there's the healing stage fright for our own journey, but I think we also need to make a cultural shift where artists are much more supportive and understanding of each other. And it's not about lessening excellence. It's just doing it in a mature way instead of an immature way. So that's a start.